Hear you? Hear me?
Pretty going.
Oh, and last week I did not completely delete the old Fantasy Grounds off my computer. It's still in the taskbar. I just deleted it off the desktop.
Okay. Pretty going. All right,
Oh,
can
and
you hear me
last
now?
week I did not completely got them both. If I the old Fantasy Grounds off my computer, it's still in the taskbar. I just deleted it off the desktop.
Okay. Pretty going. All right, can you hear me now?
Back out again.
All right, cool. I am live. All right, folks, so we are good. I'm going to go ahead and delete the players for a moment. All right, so we have Bobby on the line right now. He is playing Fivel. I am waiting for a couple other players to jump on. They should be here any moment. They are in the middle of the House of Renewal. Let me turn my fan a little bit. So give me just a moment while I do that. Okay, so hopefully this should work better. I don't know how well my camera is going to work tonight, but fingers crossed, we should be good to go. All right, I'm going to also see if minimizing this will help. So let's go ahead and jump on and grab up this. We have switched to Unity for those who just joining us. We were using Fantasy Grounds Classic, and we have switched over to Fantasy Grounds Unity. Has a line of sight and the different closed and open. Shift. I'm going to lock some of these doors. So if we hold Shift and left click, it will lock the door so the players can't open it. That is my phone. So we're having some technical difficulties with some of the players' stream, so it'll be just a moment. I'm actually going to throw up the other screen real quick. All right, folks, so let me go back. There we are. All right, so my, aha. All right, so I show you connecting, Bobby. All right. I like your old school shirt. It's been a while since I've seen that one. Yeah. All right, and so Stream, they're going through the House of Renewal. They're searching for, they're hunting down information on a map on a city. Okay, let me start again. Sorry, guys. I've got people talking in my ears, and I've got stuff popping up on my screens. So let me try that again. So they are on the planet of Istamak, outside the Pact Worlds, um, and they are looking for information because there's this huge weapon called the Stellar Degenerator that's supposed to be able to destroy stars. And so they are looking for information on that for um, to keep it out of the hands of the bad guys. The bad guys are already there. Yeah, I show you connecting. The bad guys came, grabbed some stuff, pissed off a bunch of people, and left. Um, so they are now in the middle of trying to catch up to them, um, but they don't know what they took and what information they grabbed. So they are. Let me pull up the map. Estimac. So there's the map. They're on a floating island above. The planet itself is this huge gas giant, and the only thing around this huge gas giant is this one floating city. It's being held aloft by magic and a little bit of technology. It's been there for thousands of years. The technological aspect of it is now gone for the most part. Has long since decayed into ruin, and so the people are still people have degenerated into more like barbarian type people. Um, so hiding my system doesn't help. So I was trying that. All right. So since he's there, I'll go ahead and share the map with him. Don't know if that worked. Let me try this again. Click share. There we go. And so their goal was to go here into the maze of ghosts, which they did, and they found a piece of technology that gave them some clues, but they had to find the second piece, which is here, the House of Renewal, and that's where they are now. Oh, very cool. For how many days? All right, so we are slowly getting the rest of our people. I've got 2 out of 3 on the board, and I will bring up their voices here in just a moment. Appreciate your patience, folks. Hopefully you're on fans on YouTube. You can go ahead and fast forward if you are. Probably about 5 minutes. All right, so we have all 3 people logged on. We just put, and it'll be about another 2 minutes till everything loads up. All right, folks, welcome back. We are now ready to go. Still missing one character, but she's there. She's connected. She just hasn't selected a character, so we're going to go ahead and get rolling here. All right, so last week, you guys are still on the trail of the cultists. Information that they had grabbed while here on Istamac.
What's it called? Instamac?
Istamac. Istamak. Istamac.
Got it.
Click, click, click. And they had angered the Kish and grabbed something from the temple. So the Kish closed down the temple. Some of the Kish didn't like that and said it should be open to everybody. So they left the main community and started on the opposite side of the floating island, floating city. Hey, hey, Caesar, what's up, bitches? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just doing a quick
Just
recap.
your information. I'm still getting some droplets on you, and you're getting the spinny thing. There's no image or your dice thing.
Okay.
What are you guys getting? You guys get the same thing, Bobby?
For
Or Eric?
Discord.
Yeah, no picture,
From Discord.
just the
You're
two
getting
little dots spinning
no
around
picture and
each
a
other.
spinning thing.
So on the stream,
the
they
two
just
square-
I have a frozen image, so it's an okay image. So I'm just leaving it instead of trying to screw the camera this week. I'm just gonna leave myself frozen until I'm able to figure out or get a better computer or whatever I need to do to get the cameras to work. So they angered the Kishites,
Okay.
and so you guys arrived. Talked to the Kishites who think that everybody should be able to go into the temple, but they've blocked off the temple, so you had to find um, they had to find a secret entrance into the back. So in order to do that, they suggested you go to two places: the Maze of Ghosts and the House of Renewal. You went through the Maze of Ghosts, found a data pad that has some information, but it's only part of it, so you need at least one more piece of this puzzle, and you're hoping to find that in the House of Renewal, which will then eventually allow you to sneak into the temple. Hey Caesar, we appreciate you stopping by, watching some little Sunday night football. My team,
Okay.
Steelers, aren't playing this week, so
Okay.
I don't care. But I have NFL Red Zone on and so I watch that. It's no commercials, and I just anytime anybody's in the red zone, I get to see what's going on. It's something Comcast offers. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Say hi. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. All
So
right.
if we're saying
And
something,
Roberta, did you have any? Do you have any questions or problems selecting your character? Are you still muted?
I have a symbol that she's muted.
Yep, COVID must have got her. Oh well.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, we have some temporary house guests, so they were talking to her, so she's distracted a little bit. All right, so you guys are now in the House of Renewal. It is a refurbished medical center, and you're in this first room in the waiting area, and you fought some Kish who were there, and they looked good. In other words, you've been told that Kish come here when they're severely hurt or diseased, and if they are deemed worthy by the gods, then they get healed. If not, they sometimes never come out, or you're not sure exactly what happens to them if they don't. But you do know that not everybody is deemed worthy. But the ones you just fought, before you fought them, were just fine, so you're not sure why they were there. And Roberta, since you're back, are you okay with? Are you able to find your character and stuff?
Hang on a second. Good question. Yeah, my character's in there
flashing?
just fine.
Cool. All right, guys. So the
Wait a
last
minute,
Kish
hold on.
has dropped.
You were flashing?
Their
We
4
missed the
bodies are
flashing
there.
part.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, hey, go back. We were missing the flashing part. Since she was flashing, and I missed it.
Oh, okay. So the 4 bodies are there in the room. What would you guys like to do?
Search them. Search them.
Is this a considered like a medical place? I mean, like they wouldn't be being fixed there if they were wounded or whatever. So they're just hanging out in here, right? Looks like chairs and tables and books and stuff.
Correct. And when you kicked
Which
open the
could mean
door,
that
they were
that could be
they had been sitting down, and they sort of grabbed their weapons and stuff when you guys came in. You
What
do
you mean when
see.
I kicked
right.
in the door? 5 kicked in the door?
So
Correct.
it could be the waiting room or something, because there are double doors here that are closed.
Yep. And so this room does have moldy and broken furniture. You see the doors you came in, and then there is a window opposite that door, but has sort of like when you go to a money changer or not a money changer, but um, Ron, you're rich, so you never do. But if you ever go
A
to the
nudie
check
bar,
cashing place, they have these uh, grates that shut down, close down over their
right?
teller doors and stuff.
Yep,
Anyway, that's what this is. It's this slab of opaque material
yep.
pulled down over some sort of window.
And a window is at chest height, or could be just like a decorative thing.
It is about chest height. Yep.
It
I
looks
said
like
it looks
something you
like a
walk up.
counter behind it. So that's closed off by this opaque thing.
Right, so
And there are murals around the room.
I'm thinking this is like the waiting room or something.
I can't even see over the counter.
Yep, correct. You would have to climb up on there. Um, the murals have been added. They're not part of the
Underneath
original
it,
construction, and they've been some paint, some charcoal, that type of thing. And they're depicting what looks like Kish with broken limbs, dark halos above their heads, are what you see around the walls here. And as Zrael searches the bodies, you see again their archaic weapons, the axes and the longbows, but because they are archaic, they automatically do 5 less damage mechanically. So you know that stuff. There's nothing else of value that they seem to have.
right?
A couple of them have a couple pouches with that lichen in it, and some other kind of hard substance that looks like maybe a nut or something that they were chewing on.
So I want to guess that this is probably a waiting room, and we have much more interesting things beyond, like that one door that's there in the middle on the right. You know what I mean? There's no point in trying to open up the window gate thing if it's locked down. I'm thinking it probably would be from the inside.
Okay. So you guys are going to do anything with the bodies besides search them?
Pile them in the corner.
All right, where Serena is?
I don't see
No, in the
Serena.
opposite corner. Up there where no,
Oh yeah, so
where
over by
Norcy
where
is.
Serena is.
Up on the upper left.
You should set one on each one of the couches and one in each one of the chairs.
There you go. Yeah, we want to keep it low profile, you know, in case somebody peeks their head in. Although I doubt they would if the place is closed, right? If the gate is not open, it's closed. Unless it's a secret thing that they are going through. We ain't got anything to it. Let's do it. Begin the process here, guys. If I thought you're gonna go in, I'll be over here for Serena. ahead and
Yeah,
get
folks, I
going
don't
on.
know where my stuff that I usually add to my things. I guess I
Now,
haven't
in the
added
door
it yet, so
situations, Eric, the like this door particularly is
I'll wait for that.
set on in the middle of a two square. So if I go like that, is that a legitimate square in this case because we're not fighting?
Correct. And once you go through the door, just pick a side that you would go through. So again, these doors, if they're unlocked, you can click on the little symbol that says open or closed. If they're not locked, then if they are locked, you will not be able to click it.
Okay.
So keep in mind, if you go running off and get attacked and stuff, you're on your own. So, Fievel, you move in first of all. When you open the first door, you see that this hallway. Click, click. Control 3. So it's clear that it kept going this hallway, but there's rubble and refuse and stuff in the way. Um, there's doors on the other side. Fievel's already in the other room to the north.
Is there something here below where Nosy and Serena are? Is there a door or a window there?
Yes, there's
There
another
is
door there.
something there. A door?
Yep. No, she's right in front of the door.
Oh.
And
So,
so
Fievel, is there
there's
anything up there you see?
a bunch of shelves in this room where Fievel is. Appears you don't see a lot of tracks in here, as opposed to where Nosy and Serena are. There are tracks and things. It's clear that people have used that a lot, but not a lot of people come up in here.
Shelves.
So Fievel, go ahead and give me
Okay.
a perception check.
Okay.
All right, so you see Fievel looking around, sort of peeking up on his tiptoes and stuff, but he doesn't see anything. Serena, you can tell there's huge spaces of huge sections of this room that he hasn't looked at, if you care.
Okay. All right. Well, she'll step in and
Taller
take a
than
look.
me. You're like 3 feet taller than me.
Yes.
She's
And
almost,
go ahead and give me a perception check,
I can
Serena.
only.
where's her height? On the main page is somewhere.
No, it will be on notes.
See it.
I am 3'8",
Yeah, she's 5'11".
and I weigh 30 pounds.
She's 5'11". Almost 6 feet. Yeah, she definitely see a little bit more than you.
All right, so go ahead and give me a perception check. It's either on your front page or on your skills. All right, so you happen to see there's a bunch of, like I said, there's pretty clear that this was cleared out as whatever catastrophe betook this city at one point. But you do see that underneath a overturned empty box marked spray flesh, you do see two Mark II. You discover a crystal.
Ooh, Mark II crystal.
It's a crystal. Go ahead and give me
What's
a
that?
mysticism check. I don't whether you're trained or not.
Hold on a second.
Any of us or all of us?
No, see, you can see it from where you are.
Nosy should probably step in and do that.
So Serena, do it first, and
Right.
then Nosy, you can see it as well. So go ahead and give me a mysticism
All right.
check.
This is
So I'm having them do a mysticism check to see if they know what this is. It's a sparkly crystal.
all right. Now she's gonna come up and take a look at it.
I always miss the good stuff being short.
It's not necessarily because you're short, it's because your perception is garbage. You blow things up. That's all. As long as you can see them to blow them up, that's all you care about.
And I'm good at building stuff too.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the roll for Gnosis mysticism.
All right, so you know it is a Mark II ability crystal. So what that means, does anybody remember what the ability crystals do?
No.
It is a
Isn't that a gem?
personal
Or they're
upgrade
different.
that you
Oh.
spend 1 hour communing with it. It drains all of its magical powers from it, but you then get a magical +4 to any one ability.
So it's not a crystal you're putting on it like a sword or a weapon. You're putting it on your body.
You spend 1 hour attuning to it and saying magical phrases and gazing into it, and it drains the magic over that hour into your body and shatters the crystal, and you then have a permanent +4 to any one
Oh.
ability. A lot of you have these type of things already, but some of them are biological. So these can be biological,
Right. I know the
technological.
ones that Serena have are biological.
Hey, Fungo Man, how you doing?
And this one in
Whoever has a
particular is
microphone up their
biological or
nose should
technical.
wear a mask. Yes, I agree. Welcome,
This one is
welcome.
biological or technical.
If you have questions, let me know. So the like I said, they can be biological,
Anybody.
technical, or magical. And so, for example, the Serena I know has some personal upgrades. She has a biological one, the little tadpole-looking things in her body already.
Talking about Nosi? I mean, Serena?
Serena does, yes.
Yeah,
So
she
Fungo
does.
Man, we're actually using Fancy Grounds
Ways back.
Unity.
So where is that noted though? Do we have that noted somewhere?
Yes, it's in your inventory. So there's Fancy Grounds Classic and Fancy Grounds Unity. So for this stream, we're using Fancy Grounds Unity. There is line of sight, so you can see here. You can see as I'm the DM, so I can see everything. But you can see here, she sees her line of sight. That's his line of sight.
The gluon, the gluon
like
crystal. Is that the one I have? And that's the Solarian crystal, not something else. So they're gonna go according to the first. They're gonna go into crystals. They're gonna go in something else. Well, Mark II's got to be pretty high, so I say let's grab that bad boy and bring it with
So
us.
you
We'll
guys
figure
can
it out
determine
as we go
who
on.
wants it later. You can only have 2 ability boosting things attached to you at any time. So if you already have one, you can just pay the difference and upgrade the one you already have. If you have 2 already, I mean, you can pay the difference and upgrade it. And that.
That's mom.
So, so Fungo Man, that might be my fan. Let me see if I can turn that. See if that's any better.
I'm thinking that maybe depending on what it is.
Hopefully that should be
maybe
better for you.
506
Sorry.
should use it to upgrade
Hopefully
something.
it won't sound like I'm breathing anymore.
But we're in the middle of adventuring right now, so we need to make a decision whether we're going to hang out and let that happen or continue on.
Right, so you can just carry it for now
do have,
until you have an hour that you want to kill.
Fivel's got some fatigue.
I think everybody, maybe
Did you
Nosy
guys-
does not,
Fievel,
but I
did you
think
wanna-
everybody has one already. At least one, if not 2. And I'm sorry, what were you saying about
Well, I
Fievel?
have one in my invite map, and I have one on me.
So the one in Bite Map is a Solarian crystal that's
I
different
know I
than an
have
ability
one
crystal.
Okay. All right. Then the other one I have is the T quart crystal, and then the standard
Appreciate that, Fungo Man,
substandard T quart
because I'm sure
crystal
you weren't the only one who would be annoyed by
and
that
then
having that there. Um,
and it doesn't matter. The point is that we should take it, and we should definitely think about who needs and Bible needs something. You need a lot of things, dude, but
all right, so that's what you guys found in
it's,
that little room. So nice thing about Fantasy Grounds, Fungo Man,
that was the extent
I'll
of it.
explain some things while you're there. There's
Oh,
pins
I have an ability crystal. That's what I
allow
have
you to click and get the information for the room. This is the encounter.
for
Um, so it tells you all about the room.
that's a biotech
As a dungeon
personal
master, you can
upgrade.
set that up as a game master, so it makes it nice. All right, so Zerail is still out in the middle of the other room, so she's not even
Yep.
sure, doesn't even know that you guys found it. What else would you like to do?
So the room is covered. Just real quick, I have noticed we're gonna do a quick magic check on the room.
All right, so you detect magic, scan around, and you do not find any other magic. The crystal is magic.
Right. Nothing
So
happens there.
Fungo, he on the character sheet, he
Okay,
clicked
so
on the
let's
button
head
and
out
it
to the
just says
side,
cast
guys.
detect magic
Take
down
a
here.
quick look at the.
That's just
is the rubble up
informative.
to the ceiling there on back in the main hallway to the right? I mean, can we see over it?
Correct. No, you cannot see over it.
Placed
It's
Five up there, will you
completely.
be able to see?
It, nope. He's 5 scrambles up,
Okay,
and you see it's completely
yeah,
caved in. There's no way to get past anything over there.
okay.
Uncle,
All right, go ahead and do it then. Next one. Ready?
All right, so 5 opens the door, and you see in looks like a reception area. So, and Fantasy Grounds, you can just click the speech bubble, and it pops it right into chat
move out of the
as
way.
a story entry. And then as a
So,
DM, I add my little flair.
Crystalline material. Oh,
So you see
oh,
the
that's
western
the
side of this room has a large desk that's built into the wall. Half is under the large window, blocked by the same panel of crystalline material. You're just on the other side of it now. There are doors to the north and south, and there are eyes painted on the wall. Again, these eyes are not from the original construction. These have been
Oh,
added
that's just
later.
creepy.
right.
Go ahead and give me a. Those of you who are trained in culture can give me a DC 25 culture check. So what they do is, Fungo
Okay, I'm
Man, is
trying
when
to get
they
into the room without standing in the middle of the wall.
open up the character sheet, they can go to their skills page,
Culture check.
and here's culture. Anywhere that you see this little symbol, it means it's a die, and they can roll it. So you can just double click that. You can also
what
anywhere
are these
there's a
gray
die.
things on this on the?
Dude.
Those look like file cabinets. They can
Okay,
drag it down to their hotkeys and then have access to it anytime they want,
This is probably the intake
just by clicking a hotkey or the F
for
number.
the
So this
waiting
is
room,
like 7,
obviously.
F7. And there's actually 148 hotkeys you can
Let's
have
see.
by holding
My
Shift,
icon, I move.
Alt, Control,
There we go.
Control Shift, Control Alt, etc. So, all right. So you got a Zerail. You recognize that these, um, as we mentioned, you remember them talking about being judged when they come here. So you think that they probably spent some time here, and this is where the spirits, the Kish, believe that their ancestors are examining and judging them in this room, and that's why there's eyes on the walls.
Hey.
But they're just a painting. It's not like the Adams Family where they slide open and we're seeing eyes coming through.
Correct. They're just murals and paintings and such. The computer on the reception desk has long since been vandalized and there's nothing there at all. Just a husk of where computer desk used to be.
Right.
Can someone detect if there's any magic in the room? Those eyes painted on there might not be as innocuous as we believe they are.
Everybody looks at Nosy.
So I'm gonna check out the door. It's closed.
So, Nosy, you're gonna detect magic in the room?
Yes.
There is no magic in this room.
Okay.
Good thought, though.
So Serena is up in the door, stepping in.
Say again?
It's pretty clean in here, guys, so far.
Okay.
Is that a wall on the south, the right, the left south that you can't see any further?
Yes. Hold on just a second, guys.
Yep.
We have a baby in the house right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How old? How old?
Almost 4 weeks now.
4 weeks. Oh,
Yeah,
gee.
4 weeks.
I'd rather be changing diapers than put up with this mouth that Leah gives me.
She just got released out of the hospital today.
Yeah, Leah was
Wow,
in Sacred Heart
that's
for 2
crazy.
months before they let her go home.
Yeah, mom and dad are trying to figure out enzymes and feeding schedules and stuff right now because she has to get enzymes 15 minutes before she eats. Oh, I can hear her throwing a fit right now.
Is anybody I know or
Poor
no?
baby.
Our adopted kiddo, Caleb, it's his daughter. Her name is Liliana.
Okay.
She was born with cystic fibrosis.
That's
All
gotta
right,
be hard.
guys. All right, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so, um, so you're asking questions about the room. Let me tell you about it first, and then if that doesn't answer the questions, I will answer them for you.
Okay.
All right, so we're still missing Zarel. She's way in the back, but here it is. Click.
Whoa, where did my piece go?
So 2 rows of lockers made from ceramic-like material occupy the west side of the room. And there are lockers also lining the walls on to the east, the north and south walls on the eastern half. Again, there are murals. This time, there are sick and injured Kish that are being bathed in greenish light and stepping away healed. And there are other where there's some beautiful Kish looking down from the top parts of the walls and the ceiling, except to the northeast, where this door is over here.
Why
You
is
see
there
some
a circle around my token?
because you clicked it. Click it again and it'll go away.
Okay, thank you.
Some fresh charcoal drawings cover the door to the northeast. And then in the southeast corner of the room, there's a large mass of rubble down here again. So Fungal Man, one of the big differences between Roll20 is I know you can ping the map on Roll20 with
So where Serena is, there's that's a wall.
fancy
You can't
grounds.
see any further,
You
right?
can draw arrows and squares and circles and stuff. So where Serena is, there's rubble,
Right.
and there's a looks there's part of a door that's half buried there. So again, if you guys want to try to interpret the murals, I would need a culture check.
No, she's pretty good. No, she will do
We're
that.
doing all of that. I'm gonna search these lockers.
So this
I need to
opens,
make a
clicking on the
perception.
encounter, and all these links are links. So that's the map for the Dungeon Master, the regular map, which they're using now,
I'm
the
gonna.
encounter itself for
Are the
the
doors
trap
to
up
the
here.
lockers only on one side, or do they have doors on both sides?
Why does it keep saying doors?
So they're long since rusted, and most of them are broken off. There's doors on one side, so you go from where no seat is, and they open up to the on either side of you.
In the middle here.
Correct. And go ahead and give me a perception check.
There's doors there?
These are
On the
lockers.
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 Yes.
Oh, okay.
Don't find nothing.
So you
Is it-
think you might be able to move this rubble from the door if you really wanted to?
Yeah.
But it's clear that
Right.
nobody uses the door.
We're talking about the
Okay.
filing cabinet.
So this I'm talking about the door that Serena was at.
Right.
I don't see a door at all.
The rubble. There's rubble right
Oh,
here
okay.
that's hiding
Got it. Okay.
a door, half buried
Okay.
under a door. And if you really
All
want
right.
to take the time, you could probably unbury it.
Okay. You guys want to do that or not?
So Five, you don't find anything in the lockers. And as far as the murals, looks like that the watching Kish is being watched over and evaluated by ancestral spirits or deities, and then they are evaluating them, the ones that are wounded. Hey, Dan Dezel, welcome, welcome. They're in the middle. I've got half the map blocked.
So
They're in the middle of a place called the
what
House of
does
Renewal.
Nosi think that the
Looking
purpose of
around.
these
Old abandoned medical center.
things, the murals and stuff, are? I mean, it's not obviously it's not graffiti. It's an update of their culture and their way of thinking.
Correct.
So is that the conclusion of what they're thinking that it is about, or is it possible there's some sort of meaning or messages locked up in?
So the meaning and message in it is that they're being evaluated in this room. So they started off in the front room, moved into the section where they were being studied, and now they come into the final destination where they're judged, and then they move on from here. Except for the stuff up in the northeast corner. Like I said, that one is a different one. That is fresh scratchings and drawings over there. Over by the door to the northeast.
Okay, so we're thinking then that Nosi's thinking then that it's just the second layer of upgrading processes.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. The second layer of what?
We're finding these original artwork sort of stuff, right? Then you have something with stains over that. Somebody came in, they upgraded their stuff because they were unhappy with what's happened. That next one, the third one, is different. So, what does she think that would be?
Okay, so
in
that's way
relation
up
to what-
here. If you're gonna, you can go ahead and move over there if you're gonna check it out.
I'm gonna search the rest of the lockers, Sven. So
Where's
Gonna
up
need to
here
give-
again? In the other room? Oh,
Up there to the northeast. All right, so Five will
wanna-
give me another perception check. I'll give you the second one for these lockers.
better, but it's only
All right, so you don't find anything in this set of lockers either, and no see. So it probably take about 10 minutes to go through all the lockers. Like I said, half of them are rusted, and so it's pretty quick. But there are just a lot of them. No see. It looks like
Yeah.
that there's a drawing of a humanoid figure that vaguely resembles a Kish, with its face covered in a mass of black lines. Go ahead and give me a another culture check. And it does not match the style. Doesn't match any of the other paintings in the room. So you are correct on that. And you realize that the sketch looks like some sort of danger, but it's meant not only to ward off the Kish, but also to denote the nature of this trap. Some sort of creature or hazard that has to do with black lines and stuff. So some sort of warning on this door up here.
All right. What are we thinking, people? Is
Thanks for
reality
stopping
there?
by, Dan. If you're still here, I appreciate you saying hello.
So some kind of warning. Of course, we're gonna go in.
Fungo Man, let me know if you have any questions on anything. I'll be happy to explain whatever you want to know about between the difference between
So
the two.
the black circle just happens when we click on the person and move them. Is that the idea? Does nothing else, right? It's not.
The
It's
black
not
circle around the
changing.
token, yes, that just means that you've clicked them and you can move them. Again, you can use the arrow keys to move them around if you want, square by square. And then if you don't like the the black circle around your token, just click it again and it'll be good. All right, so Zerael, you're staying in the back then, watching.
I'm kind of watching.
All right, so hold on a second, guys.
I don't.
All right, so as Funko Man asked, looks like there's a door to
How do
the
I unset
southwest
the
hidden
green?
by DL layer. Can you reveal that? Seem to confuse the players. So yes, there is a terrain here that's built into FancyCon's Unity that is closed right now. And so they can see this door when if they cleared away the rubble, then yes, I could then click this and it will be open and they would see the door. And then click it close, and now they can't see the door. So it blocks line of sight.
So,
This
Eric, when you get a
terrain
chance, let me
feature
know.
is what that is. Correct. It's object blocking vision. Yep. And so that can be built into the map by the DM. In this case, the people who made the adventure did that. The adventure path did that. All right. So he's setting off the trap. So that's why I told him to wait by opening the door. All right. So when Fivel opens the door, I keep moving you back, Serena, because you were back here when he opened the door. So when Fivel opens the door, there is a whole slew of needles come flying out of this rubble at the door. So click the link and it opens up the trap, gives you more specific information about it. Had they tried their in DC to do it. So it's a DC 20 to attack. All right, so give me just a second. I'm not familiar with traps as I am with other things. Let me see if I can. Yes. Okay, so by adding them to the combat tracker, I can then take this and either select him, or I can just drag it to him. So I'm just going to drag it to him, and it'll roll the attack. All right, and so they come flying out and they hit you, Fivel. And it does a crap ton of damage.
That's a lot of dice.
It's been a while since I've taken any damage.
So
Real damage.
this whole barrage of needles comes flying out at you and slams into you, and does not look. So you're just covered in these needles as they come slicing into you, all up and down your back and your arms. Yeah, a couple into your ears. Okay. But the door's open.
The door's open.
You guys pull these things out of me.
Sure.
So I went ahead and closed the door again because it closed. And again, Fungo Man, that's only in Fantasy Grounds Unity has those type of
I'm gonna go pull
interactable
needles out of 5
objects you can interact with. The Classic does not have that. They have a mask, like just like Roll20, that you could, as the DM, I could have this masked and then unmask it.
We'll
So
move over
that's
there.
how it would work in Classic.
So,
All right, so go ahead and give me perception checks, whoever's pulling these out of him.
Oh, that would be me.
So they sting a bit coming out. A lot of these are older, rusted.
now I need a tetanus shot.
Oh,
All right,
I
so
can oblige.
Zarel, you notice that they look empty. It doesn't look like anything. A lot of them don't even have the plungers on them. So
Okay.
you don't think there's anything he was injected with anything.
Oh, good.
How sure is she?
Very sure. All right, and so Unity allows objects. Could the players click on the rubble to reveal the door, as an example, or click to activate a trap? The traps are different. They aren't activated since this does not have a lock. I know with the doors, I can lock the doors, which prevents them from interacting with it. 1 second, guys. But objects, I'm not as familiar with. This is only my second week using Unity, so I'm not. Let me look and see if I can lock this. Yeah, so it looks like I know I can as a player. I don't know if they can interact with it or not. We can find out though. So no, see, you know how you've been opening the doors and clicking on them? It says open and closed. Ron? Can't hear you, Ron. If you can't hear you, Ron. All right, Bobby, you know how you've been opening and closing the doors? All right, looks like I lost everybody. Give me just a second, guys.
You didn't.
I can hear you.
Oh, there we go. Now I got you. All right, so
All right.
there's this terrain feature, the rubble around the door down here.
Uh-huh.
Do you see an open toggle right here where it says closed? Underneath
No.
the arrow?
No.
What arrow?
Hold
Okay.
on. Right there.
Do you see a...
No, I...
Okay. I was just curious because I can open it and close it, but you guys can't. That's what I was checking to see.
Okay.
So if you ever remove that rubble, it's now gone. You can see the door. So there we go.
Oh,
Now
okay.
we know, Fungo Man.
Cool.
So only the DM can interact with the things. I know if he crawls onto it. Now, if you jump onto it and crawled up onto the rubble, you can now see the door, right?
Or would I be able... And I would be able to open it.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's true for other things like if sometimes there'll be tables for crates and things like that you can climb up onto, and then you'll be able to see everything around it. But if you're on the floor next to the crate, you can't see behind it. Yes, they can. Not the terrain feature, but the door they could. If they climb up onto the rubble, they can then interact with the door. Again, unless I
Okay.
lock it. And as a DM, I can lock it. So if I hold Shift and click it, now there's a lock there, and they can't open it until they pick the lock or whatever.
The door.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Appreciate your patience. I was just we got a fan in the chat, so I was just answering his question about the rubble. I didn't know the answer myself, so now we do.
Seeing a door, did say closed.
You're very soft, Ron, and I can barely hear you. What did you say about the door?
There's a door. Square to the left of.
Are you talking about the door that Fievel opened and it got set off the trap?
Just arrow the door. The rubble.
He's talking about by the rubble and the arrow and the door that's buried by rubble.
Yes. And so what's the question?
One square to the left of that, there is a door.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there's a door right there. You guys saw that before. I said you could probably clear away the rubble to get to the door if you ever wanted to. Does that answer your question? That is the only door in the room. There's one opposite it as well that you came in. All right, so Fievel has all these needles pulled out of him now. You turn to go back toward the door and you realize you missed one. So you reach down and grab it, pull it out. So now you can go to church because you're all holy. All right, so now what would you guys like to do? So now the meaning of the warning is pretty clear now.
You think? Should we go into the room now that we've opened the door and Fievel's been shot with needles?
So what I'm doing with this is the encounter.
Yeah, I assume so.
These guys are overpowered for
The
what
door
they're
closed.
doing, so I'm adding a monster to it.
I'm not going to get shot again, am I?
All right, so you tentatively open the door again, watching the rubble, and nothing happens.
And I walk into the room.
All right, so go ahead and everybody give me initiative, and I'll explain what you guys see as you step into the room. Ready? Delete. Visibility. Rotate. Left. What I just... All right, so what I did is I added this.
How did that
Changed it to a 3 to add another monster. Slapped them on there. So now if I press this button here, it adds it to the combat tracker and puts them in the room, invisible to the party. So now you can see, boom, 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 these red guys there. They can't see them. If they show up in a party tracker, and then I can click either this button to show them all, or each one individually. So, all right, so let me explain what you see in this room as you come in. Those of you who can't see, you will see it shortly, so I'm not going to worry about it. I cannot lock the, you can lock tokens. I'm not going to worry about it right now, so please keep in mind that you can move around. I would just rather you didn't until it's your turn. So
okay, fine.
there's no sign of what this room originally was used for. It's completely empty. You see some diagrams, some stuff on the floor. You see this big square cloth mat. and the walls, the floor, and the ceiling are all painted black. In the room, you see a couple creatures, 3 to be exact, a few creatures, and they come running towards you. Give me either medicine or life science, please, everybody, and I'll just tell you who figures it out at this point. So I can share this with one person or with the whole group. I'm going to share this picture with the whole group. I could be mean and just share this with Serena and no survival, but I'm going to go ahead and share it with everybody, even though you guys can't see it yet.
What the hell?
All right, so Zerael and Nosi, you're able, as these abomination things are moving towards you, shuffling forward. You can tell these were probably at one point Kish. And somewhere along the lines, they've been spliced genetically. So remember The Fly, the movie The Fly, where
Yep.
he tries to
Teleport himself
and he gets mixed up. This is
with.
sort of looks like what happened. They've been taken apart and put back together, but very badly. And so they have abnormally long limbs or short limbs. Some of their organs are on the outside when they should be on the inside. They're howling in pain as they move, and you see them wincing. Even moving is hard for them. But they all charge towards you as you enter the room. So Zerael, you sort of poke your head around the corner, and you see. Oh, can you see them? No. Here we go. Boof. All right. So now, if you slide forward just a little bit, you should then be able to see into the room. Enough.
It won't let me move it to that one square into the room. There we go. Maybe. Come on. Okay, I'm in.
All right, so that's 10 feet. You still have 20 feet of movement if you want. Remember, you can use the arrow keys if you guys want to.
Oh, yeah. Go this way. That way Nosy can come in behind me.
All right, well, you can't share a square with Serena, so keep going.
Where's Serena?
She's in the same square you are.
Okay, can't see Serena's picture.
That's odd. Okay.
Beautiful as ever.
Here, there we go.
She's hiding. Can you see her now?
No, I still can't see the picture. The only time I know that she's there is if she's highlighted. There's a little bit of a green box there now.
So when you use
Now I
tokens, you
see
want to drag
nothing.
them from the combat tracker.
Now I see green.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but let me try that with you. Click, click, click.
Give all the
How about now?
No, I don't see Serena's picture on top of the page either.
Okay, I don't know. All right, so you move there. What else are you doing?
Well, I can't see anything now because it's all black.
So just slide a little bit, move a tweak a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to send Aura to the abomination. I should probably pull her up.
So I did fix Aura this week. You should see her at the correct level and everything now.
I do. Thank you.
Latino version of the.
All right, so now can you see Serena in the top or in the room?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. So this is a companion that she has, and it's linked to her here. And here she is. So she will always appear behind her.
Okay. Did my spider target?
Once she's there. Let me go ahead and see 17.
She can only move if I move, right?
No, she can always move. If you then choose to give up your action, she can then attack. But,
okay, she's attacking.
If you give up your move, she can move a second time.
Okay, well then she can attack then. Does she have him targeted?
So go ahead and click that you're done with your turn. And who is she going to attack?
Let's see, what is this thing? And the one up there in front of Serena and I, to the right a little bit.
All right. So again, the tiny creature. She's actually in this number 9 square. All right. So she has him targeted. So go ahead and roll the attack.
Okay.
So for combat, you can hold control and click to target, and they show up here in the combat tracker that they're targeted. So then all they do is double click the attack, and if it hits the damage, it's all computed for them.
Partially resisted. Kiss my butt.
There we go.
She does the little creepy crawly.
All right, so that is her turn. It is now 5. I have it set to reroll initiative every round, by the way, guys.
Move up to there. Oh, I'm doing that wrong. Hold on.
So if he targets them, you can then hover over
And
him and you'll be able to see the range between them.
Throw.
He's going to throw a grenade, though.
Where is it? It's the web grenade. Am I close? Well, yeah. Forget it. Where is it?
All right, so the web grenade has a 10-foot radius.
So I was going to throw it at these two guys over here.
So
2 and
a
6.
circle, there's a couple different ways. The way I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click, pointer, and then pick circle. And then from here, I draw the circle. Boom. Boom. All right, so where do you want the intersection to be? Here? Right in the middle, in between them?
That square. Yeah, that'll be fine right there. I'll get them both.
All right, so go ahead and roll your attack. It's pretty much as long as you don't roll a 1, you're good. So grenades are pretty easy. All you have to do is roll a 5 or less.
Why do you say things like that?
Because
it gives me a 19.
It's a armor class 5 to hit. He has a plus 13. So
but
it's not possible.
When you say something like that, like, oh, as long as you don't roll a 1, and then boom, there's a 1.
And then
all right, so
I don't
they then have to
any...
roll to see if they can get out of it. The DC is based on the grenade's level. So this is level 9. Half of that is 4. So if you look at your little cheat sheet in your notes section, it is 10 plus half the grenade level plus your dex mod is 4. So it's a total of 18 is the DC. So they have to roll a... They're going to try to jump out of the way as this thing comes. So you open up their character sheet, and their saves are right here. There's reflex. 1, 2. And neither one of them save.
So, what is the damage on that? Or is that just...
They are mired for 2d4 rounds. So it covers.
Eh,
Ooh, there's a picture. Look. That's what it looks like.
Oh, nice.
So it's
it's
covered with sticky strands of high tensile fibers, making it difficult terrain. So it's going to cost you double movement to go through it, and they are then mired. So give me just a second.
do I need to roll that?
Yeah, I'll let you roll to see how long they're stuck for. Give me just a
Oh,
second. I closed the wrong thing.
it's not showing up on the little bar for damage. So,
Right,
I,
there is no damage. They just get stuck with these webs,
well, okay.
and they can't. It's hard for them to move. Here it is. Give me just a second. I closed it back.
I
So
might.
all right. So it's 2d4. So go ahead and roll 2d4 twice. Try that again. So this is
Damn it. Two of them. There we go.
all right. So 6 rounds and 5 rounds. Very nice. So to add an effect, it's a couple different
That means
ways.
they'll be encumbered,
I'm going to go here to the effects,
slowed down in some.
and they are.
Yep.
It says mired, but that's not a real thing. I think that means that they are grappled. All right, so we're gonna go. Well, it's their turn next. Give me just a second here, guys. I don't know that it says the property is mired, but that's not a real thing. So I need to know what that means. Give me just a second. Sorry. So I'm looking in the effects in the book. Fantasy Grounds also has the book in there, but it's easier for me personally to just look it up. Actually, I think I'm just going to ask the Google. It's faster than anything else. What the mired effect is for Starfinder. Okay, well, it's pretty sad when even the Google doesn't know the answer, so I'm just going to choose it myself. I'm going to say they're going to be entangled and grappled. 6 and I can't see the number here. 2. All right, so that's number 6 and number 2. 6 has 6. So I can just drag it onto him in the combat tracker, and it'll add it to him. When I open it, I can then add the duration. So that is 6. And then number 2 is up here. Same thing. Entangled. 2. I mean 5. Alright, so and it shows the duration. Sorry guys. Appreciate your patience. So you added entangled to Nosy. Did you remove it? Yes, okay. Alright, so that was 5-0. You threw your grenade, you moved up. Don't forget to, so the web grenade I don't think is your, is that the one you built or is that the one that's in your inventory?
One that's in my inventory. I haven't built any yet.
All right, so mark off the number in your inventory. And so now it is number 2's turn. He is entangled. So what I used to do is I used to have the conditions. Again, we just started using Unity, so a lot of my cheat sheets are gone, but I can add it really quick. Go down here to the reference manual for the Starfinder rulebook. Go all the way down to the bottom, and there is a there should be the conditions. Here it is. Afflictions. Nope. There it is. Conditions. So now I can just click and drag this into a hotkey, and I can have access to that anytime I want. So I scroll down to entangled. Entangled means you move at half speed. He's also, let's see, what would grapple do? Cannot move or take two-handed actions. Okay. All right, so he's going to try to break out of the grappled condition. It's the same DC as the web, which is 18, so he's going to use a... He has athletics. Alright, so he's able to break free of the grappled. It takes his turn. But he can now move very slow. He's now moving very slowly. He's still entangled, he's just not grappled. This guy is here. He doesn't even notice. Let me just do a quick check real quick. See if he notices the spider. See if he notices Ara. Alright, so he does see her. Does he care? Let's see. So he doesn't see her as food, so he's going to move forward and try to go for the rat. Looks more tasty.
Awesome.
The rat.
Alright,
I'm not a rat.
The Isusoki. Okay. And don't forget, you guys can try to identify these things more, learn things about them if you want to use your life science, or in this case, it would be life science.
Yep, they're trying to kill me.
They cannot use weapons. All right, so you see they do not have any weapons. They're just using their oddly shaped arms
Bodies.
and hands to slam into you. Oof. And as you're admiring the design of the web that were made by your grenade and watching this one, you don't even see this guy move up and slam you across the head. But it does not have a critical effect. No C, it is your turn. So Fievel is hurt. You see on your thing, the guy did not take a 10-minute rest to give him his stamina back from those needles. So his stamina is all gone, and he is wounded.
Alrighty.
So no seed is your turn, Ron. So So we cannot hear you if you're talking, Ron. No, no, we cannot hear you. I can see you, but cannot hear you. All right, so you're shooting something, and at 9, okay. Where the hell? Oh, you're right there. Okay, so you're pretty close. Sticking in a square. There you go. And it misses. 16. So yeah, so it hits into him, but it looks, again, it's hard to tell from the way they're made what's an important part or not. So it just blasts right through. Doesn't seem to do anything exciting. And if you're going to move, go ahead and move. Otherwise, it is this one's turn. It's going to try to break out as well. So these are different symbols. Fungo Man, I don't know if you're still here, but so targeting, I can manually drag targeting back and forth. This gives me more details for his attacks, right here, his attacks and his speeds and things. His defenses are all right here. He left long ago. And so you can hide and show those. This is his space and his reach. And then this is the effects. You can break it down into individual. So in this particular case, he's just he's trying to break out. So I'm going to go to his defenses. And actually, no, I would need to use his sheet to do his athletics. So I go down here to his athletics.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Double click it. And he rolls a 27. All right, so he breaks out also, but he is still entangled. 1, 2. So even though he is out of where the webs are still on him. So he is still entangled. So it shows entangled here. That's the next actor. Players can also click on the next actors for the characters themselves. All right, Serena, you're up.
I can't tell if I'm targeting or not. There we go. Okay, so when I go to do photon, there's nothing in the effects bin to pull it over. The effects list, whatever you want to call it.
There you go. I added it. I put it on there. I had meant I told you I was going to do so, and failed at life and did not do it. Actually, it is in your effects.
It is in there, but it's not. Typically, it's something that I can remove and unremove with the garbage can thing.
Correct. Right now, what we're going,
so I go back and forth.
Right now, what we're going to do is just leave it there, and on the third turn, if you just, when you explode and use it, you can just click on the top part and turn it off. But for now, we'll just leave it on.
Okay, she is going to be moving and doing her acrobatics trick attack.
You will have it for next week.
Right, that's fine, as long as we know what we're doing.
So I can also minimize these. Right click and minimize.
She's doing a trick attack.
Hover over it, tells you exactly what it is. Now you can just click this and open it. All right, so go ahead and roll your trick attack. So she has built in her character her trick attack. I don't know if you're familiar with Starfinder, but under her actions tab, she has her.
So that is fail, right? So let me go to my solar weapon.
Attack. So these are the effects she can apply to it, and then the extra damage that she would get if she succeeded at it. All right, so you do
Very nice indeed.
Pull out your solar weapon, your dark blade, sort of anti-glistening as it absorbs some of the light.
So grabbing. Yep. It's a grabbing bite map and already ready to strike already.
All right, slashes into him, doing some damage, and it is now top of round 2. Zarel again in the lead.
Wow.
Oh, actually, I don't think I have it set up to where it re-rolls every round. Let me see. But go ahead.
So I am not moving, and I am deferring
there it
to
is.
Ara to attack. And she still
Okay.
has him targeted, right?
Number 9, yes.
Okay. Miss.
That is a miss.
How
She
the
bites
hell does
down.
she miss?
She bites down into something that normally would matter. In this case, it's just not connected correctly. All right, so 5, you are still hurt, but you are still up and alive for a little while at least.
So his fatigue level has been reached, and now he's being damaged.
Yes.
Correct.
Finally.
Finally.
Can you see in the? I don't remember how it's set up for players.
Yeah.
No, see, can you see
Yeah.
his hit points and stuff?
Yeah. I'm seeing hit points, wound, SP, and
Okay.
fatigue.
Yep. So he has 41 wounds out of his 65 hit points left. So he's down to 24 hit points.
Got it.
All right, 5, it's your turn.
Not the one that hit me.
Rounds.
All right, so you're still a little dazed from the slam that he hit you with so hard, and it misses. Are you going to do a 5-foot step back or anything else?
Yeah. Yeah. Back up.
All right, so this one moves up and
Well,
attacks
okay.
Serena. Still got webs on him, so it's restrained a little bit, but still manages to hit. So it automatically puts a -2 because they're entangled. So it slams into you, sort of rocks you a little bit. And then the one that was on 5 steps up. I'm going to say Nosy is a bigger target, even though it was attacking 5. So I'm going to say it's a 50-50 chance. So Nosy, you are odd. And he rolled a 7, so he's going to attack Nosy.
No, not good.
And that is a hit. All right, Nosy, so this thing sort of lumbers up and turns towards you and slams into you.
All right. She's going to be doing her level 2 hurl force disc.
All right, so
Start.
before you commit, keep in mind he will have an opportunity attack, and if he hits, then your spell will fail. Do you still want to try it?
Okay.
You can do a 5-foot step first, and then do
in the
it.
casting of the spell, say again.
So you can do a 5-foot step
Move.
back first, and then do it. All right, good to go.
So now so we'll start with the first two closest and then go from there.
Correct. So you roll at number 9, see if it hits him.
I'm doing cast, right?
There should be an attack.
Hell
Look
yeah.
at that. All right. Now, um, unfortunately, these things.
Yeah, there's
Well,
no
no,
critical on these.
no. Go ahead and roll your damage. Just the top one.
Be right back, guys.
Okay, she's 9. All right, give me a perception check. That's 9 back, so he would be at 18. All right, so you're able to tell as this thing slams into him and moves on, and you can go ahead and roll your other attack to pick one of these two to attack. Mechanically, these things do not take the double damage from a critical, but they would,
Okay.
but they do take because they're called amorphous. So in other words, normally a critical would hit them in like the heart or the neck or somewhere. That doesn't exist for these things. They're all over the place. Their critical effects for weapons still apply though. So burn and things like that. All right, so the second one misses, and the last one
This one.
hits. All right, roll your damage.
Too bad.
All right, so
Start.
this is the first time that he has been hit. All right, so don't forget your spell slots. And number 6 is right up in Serena's face, so he is slamming at her. Wah wah wah. That's one thing I don't have on my list is to move the tables I made into this Unity. So let me add that to my list. So sadly, there is no critical table this week. But he missed. All right, and then Serena, here you go. So anybody else who's there watching, you can have crit tables
Down.
automatically built into here.
And
So on the bottom here,
she is
auto
using her solo up. She can do a trick
fumble and
attack.
crit tables can be turned on, and you
Let's
can have
see.
your own crit tables or
You.
fumble tables built in.
Oops, I pressed it twice. Or did I?
All right, so
Pressed it twice by
41
accident.
is a max on your trick attack, so you definitely trick this thing and he's staring at his friend.
Right. So what does off target mean again?
Off target means it's harder for them to hit you. Flat footed means it's easier for you to hit them. So they have a -2 to hit you for off target. Flat footed, they have a minus to their armor class.
Okay, so we're doing that. Trick attacks worked, so now we go to hitting.
So yep, roll your attack
Mm,
as a hit. So add your damage first, the damage effect.
Is
And now roll your damage.
do that? Did it?
All right, so you roll all the
yeah.
dice. Boom. 37 points of damage.
Yeah.
Very nice. And no C.
No Caesar. Right. No C is going to be activating Summon Creature 3. She's gonna go hardcore on the one creature, and it's gonna be she's gonna use let's go with air again.
Summon creature
Wait,
list.
yeah, air. And the air elemental.
All right, so you're bringing in an air
And
elemental.
And shoot
So all I do is I just drag this into the combat tracker.
and do it there.
All right, and where do you want him
Casting
to
an
show
element.
up?
He's going to be showing up very similar to but right on the upper side of rebuilt 9. That square up top, straight up.
All right, let me share. Do you have?
So
Were you able to?
she's going to go.
Here, there we go. There's the sheet.
Oh, okay. So this is a medium. Is the level 3?
Correct. It's tiny, small, medium. From is the
Okay.
3 sizes, and then keeps going up.
So if she's up there, yeah. So does she whatever it's called from a flank attack thing? Because of where I put her.
Yes, but he will attack. It will attack on its turn. And actually,
Okay.
sorry to do this to you, but if you look at we have been doing this wrong, so I want to go ahead and fix it real quick. If you look
Okay.
at your spells, so say just for example, we're going to do remove affliction. Casting time is 1 standard action for remove affliction. With me so far?
Yeah.
The only spell that
Okay.
I know of in existence, although I'm sure there are a couple more at higher levels, that says different is Summon Creature 3. Now there are some reactions and things like that, but anyway, Summon Creature 3 is the only one I know of that has a casting time of 1 round. So what happens is you start casting the spell now, and then on the start of your next turn, it will appear. You can still take your full action and everything else, but it will not appear until the start of your next turn. If you get hit between now and your start of your next turn, you will then have to roll for concentration to see if you can still concentrate on the spell.
Holy
But
crap.
on the next round, they're immediately striking.
It will be able to do all of its stuff. You will be able to do all of your stuff. Yes. So the only difference is we have to wait 1
Hey.
round, and if you get hit,
Hey.
you have to check.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that's summoning creature.
So if
All
I
right.
did a level 2, if I did a level 2, then that wouldn't have been the case.
No, it happens. It's for all of it, no matter what level. Summon creature has that 1 round cost. We've just been doing it wrong. I was listening to a podcast and I was like, "What the heck? Why are they waiting so long?" And then I did some research and found out this is the one spell. Like I said, there might be some other summoning spells, but this one is the only one I know that's takes 1 full round. All right, so Nosie's done. Number 6 is attacking Serena. Getting a little Serena love there. And misses. Yay. 5-0.
Any ammo for the shotgun?
See if I have any webs in my images. I do. add some little webs over there, by the way. All right, so you pull out your shotgun and try to shoot this thing. And again, it just part of it blasts off, but it doesn't look. It's still moving. Doesn't look like it even did anything. All right, so now Nosi's not there, so he's going back to the Yosoki, a little Fievel love. Maybe. Hold on. And that is a hit. Not a crit this time, though. All right, and Fievel is looking worse for wear. He's down to 7 hit points. Serena.
Okay. Yes. She'll just take a. She's using her. She's level 3 proton
Okay, yep. It's been
mode.
you're on round 3. Yep.
So
So
she's
you're
in
now photon attuned for 3.
guarded step there to there, and then how do I make all the symbols and stuff? The round and the square and the arrows.
So if you
and
right
stuff.
click anywhere on the map, that's
So
and
then go
then
with the arrow.
up. Yep, the arrow says pointers, and then draw a circle.
Sir.
Oh shit. One, two,
And how do I
three.
move it?
In the center of it is this circle.
Am I affected by my own blaster? I'm assuming I don't, right? Or do I? Am I affected by my own blast?
Okay.
Bobby, can you hear me? Bobby,
Say again.
anybody?
Are you?
Okay. I just lost.
Okay.
Roberta.
All right. So
Anyway,
yes.
that's what
So
I'm gonna do.
Roberta dropped on purpose. And so it would hit you, like I said, but you have as a Solarian, you would have half. You have at worst case you would take half damage.
Okay.
But from where it is, it's not. It's a little the way you drew it, you don't take damage. You can easily do it to where it doesn't hit you.
Supernova.
So you have rebuild 6 targeted. Go ahead and
10
target
foot radius.
rebuild the other rebuild.
Do it.
Perfect. And now roll
Yep,
your
6 and 2.
Yep. And there should be some sort of save
That.
there.
Oh, save first.
Correct. And then roll damage. All right, so they rolled a 1 and a 2 for their save, and that was not enough. So they both take full damage. As you see smoke coming off them, and the back is all charred. And then go ahead and
the radius. I have it. It says 10, but
right. It looks a little weird the way you drew it, but that's okay. It's
from
not
the
that big a
center
deal.
out.
It's not 10-foot radius. It's a
I mean, radius is from the center out.
correct.
That's what it said.
Oh,
It's a
one
10 foot radius.
correct.
It's fine. Technically, the diameter is 20 then.
Correct.
Okay, just double checking here. I got it right.
All right, so
Okay, I didn't.
and now he sort of stumbles forward from the blast. Layers. All right, give me just a second. This is being a little weird on me. It's weird. It's not letting me interact with the map. There we go. All right, sorry guys. Not sure what happened there, but he moves up, tries to hit you again, and that is another miss. All right, so now Zarel is going to reach over, slide over a little bit, and touch Fievel. She said she was going to heal you.
How is she doing that?
All right, so a little Mystic Cure action there. It's nothing huge, but it helps. Every little bit helps. All right, so now it is re-rolling initiative. There we go. Way I like it. Fievel, your turn.
So is your mic out of the way there, dude? All right, what do you got there, dude? What are you doing? Surviving.
All right, so he missed again, but you're the wounds. You're not used to being hurt, fighting hurt. So she touches you, and you're like, "Ah, what? Oh, okay, it's just you." And then you feel a little bit better, but this thing is swinging at you again. Oof, 17 on the die. That is enough. All right, and thanks to the healing, you do not quite go down. You have 2 hit points left.
I back away from this thing. Again. Can I back away from him?
Normally I wouldn't let you do it, but go ahead. I'll let you slide, do a 5-foot action.
Right there.
Okay. All right, so number 2 is hitting Serena. She's got the other 2 locked down. This one time it hits finally. And does a little bit of damage. The other one sees what his friend did. He's like, oh, okay, that's what you do. Follows up with also a little bit of damage. Still not into hit points yet.
4.
All right, Serena, your go. Are you going back to Photon?
Yeah, photon, level 1,
All right, so it is back
and
on.
okay, so she's target 2 target. Okay, so she's striking. She didn't do her trick attack.
So it looks like it's actually pretty apparent that 6 um, is in a little bit worse shape than number 2 is.
All right, so she should go for the strong thing.
Totally up to you. However you want to play. I'm just saying. Some people would do everything they can to one until it dies, and then move on to the other one. Some of them try to
Yeah,
hurt them all at the same time, so they all drop. Whatever you want to do.
yeah, you're right. That's one of my original. Okay, so we're gonna go with that and do a trick attack.
Successful.
And maybe miss. So that's it, right? Can she do a one guarded step to the right there?
She can. Don't forget you also have your shadow step with your shadow nerves. So if you twice a day, you can go 10 feet if you want to.
Nope.
But either way, yes, you can do a guarded step. And all right, so Nosi, your friend pops up conveniently right after you in the initiative, so that's perfect. So now you have your full turn, and on next it'll be its full turn.
So no, she's whipping out her laser gun.
And you know that from your device, Fievel has 2 hit points left.
Well, Anna's on that thing, so I guess I'll go ahead and do 5. So I have let's see, level 3 Mystic Cure, or is it remove affliction? Cure. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a level 3 Mystic Cure.
Okay.
I
So
press cast.
if he's targeted,
Press cast.
yes. Or you can just drag the heal over to him, however you want to do it.
Unknown.
Now you also have,
Grab the drag.
don't forget both of you, actually no, only you. You have, hold on a second, let me see,
The ampules.
actions, no.
I have the
No, it's a
ampules and the
special,
crystal.
so it's called, first of all, if you go over to your actions page, not your spells page, real quick,
Yep.
quick aside, you have something called communalism under your race, under miscellaneous.
Yep.
Because you are a Sheeran, this allows you,
Right.
as long as you're within 10 feet of an ally, it allows you to re-roll a single attack or skill check once a day. So we've never used that before, but keep in mind that does exist.
Right. So because, like for example, 5 was close by, I could actually re-roll an attack on if I was doing rebuilt 9 or whatever, or I
Correct.
could
So if you miss something, yep,
check skill check.
yep,
A skill check could
exactly,
be anything, right?
correct. And then the other thing I was talking about is healing channel. Um, and actually, you have a couple different things you can do here. So down to where it says Mystic Strike, Mystic and Feats, that section.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's two things. One is Healing Channel, where you can spend a resolve point, and as a move action, you can touch an ally. Um, oh, I'm sorry. So if you can touch them, it's just okay. Let me try this again. It basically allows you to do 2d8 hit points plus 2d8 hit points for every 3 levels after that. And then, so it's 8d8 right now. And you can just do it
Okay.
for one person. You can heal yourself as a move
Got it.
action. You can touch somebody as a standard action and do it. Or you can do all allies within 30 feet as your full action. And it'll heal them for 8d8 anytime you spend, and you can just spend a resolve to do that. So if you wanted to touch,
As my action.
well, it depends. If you're healing yourself, it's a move. If you touch Fievel, it's a standard action, but you can still move. And then if you want to heal everybody within 30 feet, 8d8, then it would be your full complete action. But the other thing you do is lifelink. So down below that one is at the
Yeah, I've
start
done
of
that one before.
each turn, you can choose an ally within 30 feet of you, and you can move some of their wounds to yourself.
Right.
This doesn't require any action at all. You can just do it. So if you wanted to, you can take away heal Fievel for 9 points, give yourself 9 points of damage, and that you still have your full turn.
And now, does that damage start out as fatigue, or does it start out directly into my hit point?
It is hit points.
All right.
And you can
So I'm going
only
to go
do
ahead
it with hit
and
points. You can't heal stamina if you want. So those are
okay.
your 3 options. Plus, you also have Mystic Cure as a spell, as a standard action. So I'm sorry to throw all this crap at
Okay.
you, but I was looking through this stuff and I was like,
No,
man, we haven't used this, so just want to let you know.
so I'm going to use healing channel then.
All right, so
Then
you're going to use
for
it on him.
for 5 only.
Okay, so that's
Yes. And only,
your full action. You can still move if you want. So then drag the heal where it says 8d8 over to him.
okay. Drag the heal thing over to him.
Correct. All right, so and go to your main. Sorry. Go to your main page.
On my main page and take off one resolve.
Correct. So where it says current,
Resolve.
change it to
Okay.
9.
That's the. Is it the stamina one or?
No, it says max 10, current
The,
10. Change the current to 9.
yeah. Oh, okay. So this is a manual change.
Yep, there you go. All
All
right,
right. Cool.
so that is just like I said. You can do that as many times as you have stamina as resolve points if you want. Did you want to do the other healing, or is that good enough?
Um.
35 is pretty high, so it's up to you.
Yeah,
You
that's fine.
okay. All right.
Because I
So
still
are you gonna move?
want to. No.
Okay. So
Okay.
Fievel, you feel Zerael touch you, and then Nosy touches you. Nosy healed 35 points of damage.
So I'm up to 37.
Correct. So you're down. Well, what the hell just happened? Hold on.
I got hit after
Two nosy.
I was
Oh,
healed.
it didn't go to you. Hold on. There we go. Now it did to you.
Okay.
So you're down to 28 wounds. Correct. You have 37 hit points. All right. And then now it is your elemental's turn. So he can do his slam attack,
Okay, so
or
he's
he can
wounded
do his
28.
once a round fight. He can do his slam attack against everybody.
What are we talking about?
The elemental.
He's gonna go. He's gonna. Let's go ahead and do the triple thing.
Okay.
The
And where do you want him
whirlwind,
to
I think
end
it's
up? He can
called.
pretty much end up anywhere in the room.
I want him to end up right there next to below rebuilt 6.
Over there.
Does it matter that? Yeah. Does it matter if I command them? Will that is something I can do?
Command him.
Directing the elemental to always try to get to the next. Yeah.
Yeah. On your turn, he'll go wherever you want him to go.
Fight. But it's his turn now.
Right. So he and because of he's using his whirlwind ability, he can go anywhere in this room. He can go 100 feet without provoking attack of opportunity. So he can end up anywhere he wants to go.
Okay.
So next turn, on his turn, he can move.
Okay.
He may provoke attack of opportunity, but we'll worry about that when it happens. So go ahead and if you want to just select them all or do one at a time, either way. I don't know if you can, so I'll do it for you. All right.
Hold on.
So go ahead and roll his attack.
Did it work or not?
I've
Are you?
Yeah, I'm
Attack?
I'm just targeting him. You roll the attack. Double click where it
Okay.
says slam plus 12.
Hold on. Yep.
That is a
Trying to.
miss. So roll again. Control. 2 on the dice. He's rolled a 2 and a 3. So sadly, those are misses. One more time. Higher than the 3 this time.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. And there
16. There we go. That is a hit. On number 6. Max damage 13. Yeah, so he's a little bit tougher, doing a little bit more damage than the other guy was. Your little guys. All right, so you're up to 35. This thing is coming towards you. She usually doesn't run away, so I'm just gonna have Zarel try a. Let me see if she would know if these things are mind thrustable.
we go. These aren't on.
These are not undead, no. All right, so they do have a form of intelligence, just not very high. So yes, they can be attacked with mind thrust. So that is her go-to. So I'm actually just. Never mind. I was gonna have her to use one of the abilities she's never used before, but she's never used it before, so I'm not gonna do it for her. All right, so she lashes out with this thing. Wow. With a 13 on the die, it did succeed, but it still
Half-
takes half damage. All right, so you see the
So
thing
we
sort
don't know
of,
what the damage actually was.
it was 25 damage. It would have been
Oh,
50.
okay. Oh, wow.
All right, so last in the round is number 6. So this thing hit him, but again, it doesn't think it can eat the wind. So it's just going to ignore him and move away so he gets a free attack. So go and roll your slam attack. So you rolled a 2, a 3, this was a 4, and then 116. So, oh, shoot,
Miss.
I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot to have him attack. So he's going to attack Serena. And that is a hit for 6 damage. All right, top of the next round, Fievel. You're feeling a lot better now. Don't forget you have things like barrage. Barricade that you can set up a little barricade with. You can also run away. You have because you're a sniper. Whatever you feel like doing.
Just shoot his ass with my rifle.
Well, you got to find it first because it could be anywhere on his body.
On his.
Correct. That's the whole point of these things. They're been taken apart and put back together
No, she's gonna.
No,
in a strange way.
No, she's gonna yell
I'm
out.
not sure.
Build a shelter.
Shoot. Can I aim at his head?
I was just joking. Go ahead and shoot. All right, 19. Man, you have not had good luck today at all. Change the color of your dice, dude. Maybe that will help. All
How do
right.
I do that? I forgot how to do it.
Over here underneath where the combat tracker is, there's a thing that looks like a
Oh yeah.
pallet. Yep.
Yeah, I remember now.
All
I
right.
was looking in the
Don't
wrong.
forget you can also take a full action and shoot twice. It's a minus, for you it's a -3. Normally it's a -4. All right, so this thing is going to move up. Dun, dun, dun.
Eh,
And he has 3 choices, but again, he likes the bigger ones. It's easier for him to hit the bigger ones, so I'm going to say 30, 30, 30. No, it'll be 40, 40. So 40, 20, and 40 is the odds, starting with Zarel. $94 means he's going to hit Nosi.
okay. Me.
And that is a hit. All right, for an even 20 damage. Elemental's turn. So he is flanking right now. So click on FF and roll his slam attack.
Come on, baby. That a miss?
That is a hit. So roll your damage.
Why are these things so hard to kill?
10 damage, decent. All right, now
Wow.
Zarel again. He's right in her face. Let's see. She. right, so she's going to cast Jolting Surge. This does not provoke attack of opportunity because it's a touch spell. But sadly, she rolled a toots on the dice. So that is a miss. All right, Serena, back to you. So you are now 2 attuned. Next round, you'll be fully attuned again.
She's gonna take a guarded step to there. She's striking at 6. Maybe
Okay,
a trick attack.
that is a hit. I mean, a success. Trick attack.
Oh yeah.
All right,
There
so
we
go ahead
go.
and roll your damage.
Attack damage. All right, right.
All right, so it is.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. 1 second.
Oh, because it's a critical.
All right, bleeds. Let me see.
That's some nice stuff right there. That's what she does, man.
All right, so yes, 80 damage, impressive. It's actually it wouldn't do some of the uh, dice because it doesn't take the double damage from criticals, but even at 40 damage, it's enough to take him out. So she so it takes a
She
couple
just
slices
a
up,
little
down, and side, and finally this thing is hacked enough to where it collapses.
yep. It's a nice little trick attack move and then up right through it. Ready to attack the next dude.
All right, so as it moves forward, the air elemental already took his opportunity attack, but not this turn. Let's see, he did not. He's already had a turn since he took his opportunity attack, so he gets to attack again. So go ahead and roll the attack. 19 for a total of 31. That is a hit. Roll your damage. Another 10.
Nice.
10 damage. Boink, boink, boink. All right, dang, I did it
Yeah.
again. All right, so now it's going to attack Serena. It hits. What happened? Where'd it go? There we go. All right, boom. And Serena is now into hit points.
Okay.
Nosi, your turn.
All right. She is ejecting her bone blade and smashing. Go. Oh, yeah.
That's a hit. Very nice. All right, so top of the next round is Serena. So you are fully attuned.
she sees that number 2 is semi wounded, so she's gonna hold off on that. Elemental's nearby. She sees that, so she's utilizing light map again. A trick attack.
Now, if you explode from yourself, it'll just hit number 2. It will not hit the air elemental.
Right, but also I could also take damage myself.
No, if you're doing it from yourself, that's how you normally do it. If you don't throw it, it goes out
Oh,
from
yeah.
you.
No, that's fine. I'm doing my trick attack.
All right.
Doing that. I mean, I didn't do it yet. Hold on, I haven't rolled it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Good to go.
so, but anyway, pressed flat-footed. That now I'm gonna do the sword.
Oof. 1 on the dice. Sadly, is not gonna do it. All right. So no C. Your turn.
Same thing. Bone blade right into the gut. What's left of the guts.
Where his guts should be.
The damage is
Very
22.
nice. So that's a good hit again. 2 in a row. Decent damage. 8 and a 4. Not bad. Out of 12 out of 16. All right. So now it is this thing's turn. And it's going to do the same thing. Let's see who it hits. With a 3, it is now Zarel's turn to get some lovin'. 19 on the dice is going to hit.
17
All right.
damage.
Elemental turn.
Got some nasty claws in these things, man. It's our okay. So it's gonna be flanking again.
Where do you want it to
So where
move?
it is? To the flank.
Right now it's not touching anybody. Okay, so you want it to move up with Serena or over to number 9?
No, it's going to Serena.
All
One
right.
more.
So yes, it is flanking. FF and then attack. And that is a hit. Just exactly what you need. So just out of curiosity, hit that damage 3 times in a row. Click, click, click. Or double click it 3 times. All right, so when I roll it, it rolls something different. But he has rolled 3 the last 3 times he rolled. All right. And we lost you lost your camera and your looks like your mic is hot, but we can't hear you, Ron. If you're still there on
So it's
Discord.
my turn.
It is your turn. So you have a special thing. So if you do want to move away, you have a +3 to your armor class against attack of opportunity. If you're just going to shoot them in the face, normally because they have because if you try to shoot them in the face with your gun, they get an opportunity attack. But you have a bonus to your armor class if you don't want to do that. Or you also have a bonus if you move away. It will try to and do more than 5. You have to do more than 5 feet. But you have a bonus to your armor class when you run away too. So either way, if you want to do it, you can. Otherwise, you can just switch your weapon and smack him. All right, so you drop your rifle on the floor, and as you go to pull out your weapon, it gets stuck, and you're not able to get a good swing. 68, so it is going for 20, 60. That is just enough for it to go to Nosy. 40 to 60 is 5-0. Ooh, and it crits as it slams Nosy into the wall. All right, and last for the night before we quit is a rail. She's going to try to touch him again and do a little jolting surge action. But with a 6 on the dice, that is just not enough to hit and touch him. So she's going to take a 5-foot step back so she can blast him next turn with some better spells.
Maybe next week I'll have better rolls.
Well, they can't be any worse. So that's for sure. Rounds top of round 7. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your patience during the technical difficulties. Ron is back. Yay.
Yay.
So a couple swings and misses. We're at the top of round 7. We'll pick up here next week.
Nice.
So, Bobby, couple things real quick. As of now, we are still on for tomorrow. Are you ready for? Are you going to be good to go for that?
Yep.
I'll let him know. Verify that for sure. And then, it looks like after that whole mess for the Thursdays, if you still want to, it looks like this week will be the last week of one of the military guys. He's actually going to be moving, so there will be another
Is
opening.
that for D&D?
It's for D&D, and he said you can bring in your ranger.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, it's Thursday mornings, and it's from 9 in the morning to for 3 hours, so until noon.
To noon. Yeah. Well,
on Thursday.
That's 9 your time?
Correct. No. It's 7 a.m. my time. It's 9 your time.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
And if you have time, you should check out. If you go to YouTube and type. Well, what I'll do is I'll send you a link like I did the first guy, to his YouTube. I mean his Discord channel, and you can check out his. He's on YouTube too if you want to find out what's going on. We're just running around the jungle, and
What's his name? What's his YouTube channel? Oh, okay. I watched you. You play. I think it was the Wendy's thing with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's the same channel. It's just if you look for Tomb of Annihilation is what it's called.
Okay.
So cool. Everybody alive and well, Ron?
All right. Good night, guys.
Yes.
Night, Bobby.
Bye. Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
I saw Chris sneak by there a second ago.
Yeah. Turn the printer on.
We had a minor scare because Michaela went over to a friend's house, and then the friend. Oh, I'm still streaming. Let me stop.